Hi everybody, Scott here. I have to say I miss saying hi there. Hi everyone, Scott here from the Introvert Power channel. Sort of rolled off the tongue, but it's no longer called that, so I just have to say hello everybody, Scott here. In this video I want to talk about a tension that can exist between the INFJs NI and FE in a way that I think is again unique to INFJs, and it's that sort of paradox is INFJs can intuit things that FE, it's like FE can't handle, or that the INFJ struggles to be able to handle. Now, it's not going to be for everybody or every INFJ, and what the INFJ struggles with will depend upon, from INFJ to INFJ, but for the most part, there can be a tension between, or there can be a struggle for the INFJ to accept what it is that they intuit. Oh, Sammy, you okay, buddy? Hang on, lift. Oh, there you go. Okay. Sammy just got caught up in his lead. It's like the FE. Maybe I'll start it again. So there can be a tension for the INFJ in what they intuit and how they present themselves. So if they're dealing with someone who they're sensing is being deceptive or two-faced, or maybe they're just picking up an agenda in the other person, then the INFJ has the sort of challenge of holding that NI knowing in the background whilst still feeling the need to create harmony in the outer world through their FE. There can just be a struggle. It's almost like the INFJ, it's like their NI can be wiser than they're currently able to handle, and so there can be almost a rejection of their NI because they're uncomfortable with what they know or what they sense they know, and it's kind of beyond the INFJ's ability to handle in the outer world, which can just create a tension, create a tension on the inside. And so yeah, NI is writing checks that FE can't cash. And I think it's just a challenge for INFJs to learn how to hold that information. Now that can turn into wisdom, in the sense of knowing what to do with the intuition. And in a lot of cases, it's about not doing anything. Just recognizing it is often enough, and sort of knowing that it's actually okay to not do anything with it can actually bring some relief internally for the INFJ. So, like on one hand, it's almost like without the awareness, the INFJ gets a sense of something but feels uncomfortable with what they know and feels the need to sort of hide that intuition through maintaining FE harmony in the outer world. And just knowing that it's actually okay to not do anything with the NI, and that it can actually just sit in the background and wait for more evidence to prove it, then the INFJ can hold that NI knowledge, if you like, or curiosity and maintain authenticity in the outer world by continuing to maintain harmony, or just extrovert in such a way that they're feeling congruent. Because often INFJs don't feel congruent because their NI is knowing what their environment can't handle. And so in a sense, with great power comes great responsibility. So if INFJs can gather that NI and just let it sit there, sort of store it away, not out of sight, but just store it to one side and continue to engage in the outer world in whatever way they need to. And either just let knowledge come forward from the outer world that either backs up or disputes their NI knowing. So there's often great power in doing nothing with what is known and just let it unfold. For some INFJs, there can be a compulsion to tell people what they know or what they're sensing. It's like, we wouldn't think of it this way, but INFJs can be like a bull in a china shop with their insights, in the sense that they're throwing their insights around in a way that could be damaging to people that may not be ready to hear it, or it might be hurtful. On the other side, INFJs can share their insights with people that don't value it, and it's like throwing pearls before swine. It's very painful when an INFJ shares some aspect, some deeper knowledge or deeper awareness, and people just walk all over it. So there's a great benefit in just holding NI in the background. And it's like waiting for the right time to potentially share NI knowings and insights. And that timing is everything, essentially, with this sort of thing, whereby an INFJ could say the same thing in two different situations or two different times and get two very different outcomes. One could be very destructive, the other could be incredibly powerful for both them and other people when it's shared at the right time. I think the challenge for the INFJ often, though, is if they're able to hold it in the background, is knowing when to share it, because sometimes sharing it can feel confrontational. Even though it's not designed to be confrontational, the information can be confrontational. And that can push on an INFJ's FE desire for harmony and connection when they do put something out into the world that their NI has picked up that could be uncomfortable but necessary to bring up. I think it's important to acknowledge that INFJs, healthy INFJs, do that. If they do bring something up at the right time that could potentially be uncomfortable or confrontational in nature, it's actually to promote harmony. It's actually to bring about a deeper, in relationship, it could be a deeper connection, or just closeness and things like that. So I think that's an important piece to acknowledge, that it's to promote more harmony, not to create conflict in and of itself. However, people on the receiving end who aren't used to potentially being challenged with what NI knows could potentially be defensive. So it's really important for INFJs to develop their language in finding ways to deliver information in a way that's receivable, and I think INFJs have a great capacity for that. A great capacity for tact and being able to share difficult information in a way that's palatable. But not all INFJs have honed that skill, and so sometimes INFJs can, especially if they're stressed or angry, can share insights in a very hurtful and damaging way, without any FE filter. That's can be very damaging. So it's important for INFJs to develop language that enables them to share some of the things that they know, especially when it's within the context of their relationships. Sharing things in ways that invite people to explore what they're saying, as opposed to it being a judgment or an accusation or something that a person's just going to want to react to or get defensive over. So anyway, that's probably long enough for this video. I hope you find it helpful, and I hope this video finds you well, and I'll see you in another video.